Hi. I would like to discuss some stuff that's been going on YouTube and other places that is inadvisable. There's a lot of vegans in this world, and that's absolutely fine. And if you want to make that decision for yourself for either health reasons, religious reasons, or ethical reasons, do it. It really isn't a problem. The problem comes when you decide you want a carnivorous animal and you think you can put it on a vegan diet. I personally have had dogs and cats and ferrets, and I also have a beta. The beta eats bloodworms. I don't know what would happen to my beta if I tried to feed it a vegetarian diet, but it's a very nice fish, and I don't want to risk my fish to feed it something plant-based. And I have 2 emotional support cats that I absolutely love, and they've been through thick and thin with me for years. The youngest one is Random over here. Say hi, Random. Say hi. Yeah. And the oldest one is Moses. Say hi, Moses. Moses! Moses is going away. But my point is that these are wonderful, wonderful animals, and they deserve the best that I can give them. And granted, I can't buy the most expensive raw diet for them, which they really do deserve, but I don't insist that they be vegan. I love my cats, and here's the problems when you try and make a cat vegan. Cats require vitamin D3, and vitamin D2 can be synthesized off plants, but vitamin D3 cannot. Okay, so you're trying to force an animal that is designed to hunt for its food be eating stuff like soy or whatever is in those diets, but it doesn't work. There is taurine, which I don't know if you can synthesize taurine or not, but even if you can, it's not going to absorb in the system of a cat the way it would in another animal. Even dogs have trouble when you put them on vegan diets, but when you try and do it with a cat, cats have different digestive systems. They just can't handle it. So taurine is what typically is the killer of cats, or the blinder of cats, when you put them on a long period of time of these vegan diets. They can develop a dilated cardiomyopathy, which can be fatal. And they can develop permanent blindness, and it's very, very sad. I have watched Animal Planet episodes where these poor cats are blind forever, and they are, some of them, very young cats, because someone tried to make them vegetarians. These are not animals that you can make vegetarians. It just doesn't work. They can also be deficient in L-carnitine and arachidonic acid, calcium, phosphorus, and iron. Now, you can make vegetarian sources of calcium, phosphorus, and iron, I think. But again, they're not going to absorb in a system of a cat the way they should. So, do you really, really want to do this to an animal? Because it seems to me that making an animal suffer in pain and die of heart issues and be blind, that's worse than killing another animal quickly to feed it. You can humanely kill an animal to feed another animal, and there is not really an ethical dilemma for this. But if you slowly make an animal suffer to death, that's an ethical dilemma, in my opinion. And if you're going to have a carnivorous animal, you need to accept that this is what they need. Okay? If you can't handle that, then don't get a cat. It's very, very simple. Don't get a cat, because it's not fair to the cat. Save cats for people who actually can handle the emotional impact of having an animal that has to eat other animals to live. The other thing is ferrets. I have had a ferret before. Unfortunately, one of my exes accidentally killed it. But before he accidentally killed it, Kodo was a very healthy ferret. I researched diets, and I got him a very high-protein ferret diet off an online vendor. And this worked very, very well. He was beautiful. He was an onyx-eyed, well, he was technically a silver because there was a little silver on his tail, but he was pretty much an onyx-eyed white. And I had wanted him since I was 15 years old, and I got him when I was about 31. So I waited over 15 years for this animal, and I'm still upset that my ex killed him. But my point is, on my end, I was responsible for him. I did right by him, and that did not mean feeding him a vegetarian diet. Ferrets have very, very finicky digestive tracts. If you try and make them eat vegetable matter, it's going to cause a blockage, and you're going to have to take them to the vet, and this is not only extremely painful for the animal, it's also very risky, and it's also very expensive. So if you can't handle an animal that has to eat meat, then you need to get a bunny rabbit. Bunny rabbits are great pets. You have to spay and neuter them, and that's a little expensive because they have to have a special anesthetic. But it's worth it if you cannot handle having an animal that requires meat. They're also very smart. And I don't think they're quite as smart as my cats, but they are smart. And guinea pigs, they don't require meat either. You do have to make sure that they get vitamin C, but they don't require meat. I have seen so many videos today of people that think that they can feed animals that eat meat a vegetarian diet. And I've left comments on as many of these as I can. And there was this one lady who was interested in getting a fennic fox. And I don't know anything about fennic foxes, but they are meat eaters. And the guy that was talking about his fennic fox said that they really don't do well on diets with any grain in them. So you think you want to give a fennic fox a diet with synthesized taurine in it, just so that it can be a vegetarian fennic fox? I mean, surely I'm not the only one who sees how ridiculous this is. If you have a problem with feeding an animal meat, don't get a meat eater. That's just as simple as that, okay? And I wish you all well, and please take care of your animals. They depend on you. And you just can't force them to be something they're not, because it's not going to work. Thanks for your time.